गुड इवनिंग संजय, गुड इवनिंग शुभम. So, गुड इवनिंग एवरीबॉडी. कैसे हैं आप सब? आई होप यू ऑल आर फाइन. उम्मीद करता हूं कि पिछली 2 क्लास में जितना हुआ वो आपको सही शॉर्ट समझ में आया हो, और आज तीसरी क्लास में आप आए हैं तो तीसरी क्लास में पिछली 2 क्लास में जितना मैंने कराया है वो आप थॉरली समझते हुए एक बार एटलीस्ट अपनी कॉपीज को पलट कर तो आए होंगे. गुड इवनिंग, गुड इवनिंग. So, without wasting any further more time, let me start. Friends, जो आज की क्लास में नए हैं, जिनकी आज पहली क्लास है, let me introduce myself. My name is Manish Mishra. I secured an All India rank of 568 in GATE 2015, and after that I started teaching GATE and ESE aspirants. I have 5 years of teaching experience in GATE and ESE field. And the subjects that I have been taking for the past 5 years are manufacturing science, industrial engineering, OR, and material science. In this current module, I will be taking industrial engineering and operations research. This is my 3rd class in this particular module. Under the industrial engineering and operations research subject, the topic that we are covering right now is project management, and this is the 3rd class of project management. I am going to skip this part and will come back to later in the class. Okay everyone, in the last class we have discussed about the network diagram thoroughly. We have discussed what is critical path, what are critical activities, and what are critical events. In this class, I am going to take a new question. Now, let's see this question first. It has been said that consider a network of following activities. Now, activities are given here. यहाँ पे हमें कुछ activities दी हुई हैं. Activity 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 4, 3, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 6, and 6, 7. Along with these activities, the duration of the activities are also given. For example, activity 1, 2 requires 15 days to complete. Now, when I say activity 1, 2, what does it mean? Up until now, I was marking activities as A, B, C, D. Now I am written here 1, 2. What does it mean? It means, my friend, that this activity start from event number 1 and end at event number 2. These types of questions are relatively simple. In this case, you do not have to rank the activities. I hope you are getting my point. Now friends, what I am going to do right now, Akash, hello Akash. What I am going to do right now, I am going to ask you guys to draw the network diagram of this particular problem. I am going to rest for 2 minutes, exactly 2 minutes, and I want you people to make the network diagram first. After 2 minutes, I am going to draw the network diagram, and you will verify whether you have drawn it correctly or not. What you need to do is you have to find the minimum duration as well as have to find the critical activities. That means you do not only have to draw the network diagram, you also have to find the critical path, do the critical path analysis. So guys, your 2 minutes starts right now. Start drawing the network diagram. You see friend, it is very important that you draw the network diagram on your own. बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप सब अपने आप से ही नेटवर्क डायग्राम बनाएं. इससे आपको पता चलेगा कि आपने कॉन्सेप्ट को कितने अच्छे से पकड़ा है. हाउ वेल यू हैव वर्क्ड विद द कॉन्सेप्ट्स. You will realize this point. Good evening, Ayush. Good evening, Saheem. Those people who have joined the class just right now, draw the network diagram of this particular question and perform the critical path analysis. I am going to wait for 2 minutes. Good evening, Akash. Draw the network diagram, Akash. Okay, now I am going to draw. 2 minutes are over. 2 minutes are over. I am going to draw the network diagram in the next page. Somewhere here. So the first activity was from 1 to 2. 1 to 2. The activity consumed 15 days. The next was 1 to 3. So I have 1 to 2, then 1 to 3. 1 to 2 consumed 15 days. 1 to 3 also consumed 15 days. Then I have 2 to 3. 2 to 3 consuming 3 days. Then I have 2 to 5. 2 to 5. 2 to 5 consuming 5 days. 2 to 5 consuming 5 days. Then I have 3 to 4. 3 to 4. 3 to 4 is consuming 8 days. Then I have 3 to 6 and 4 to 5. 3 to 6 and 4 to 5. 3 to 6, 4 to 5. 3 to 6, 12 days. 4 to 5, 1. 12, 1. I can hear the firecrackers. Diwali is very near. 5 to 6. 5 to 6. 3 days. And at last 6 to 7. 6 to 7, 14 days. 6 to 7, 14 days. So guys, this is my network diagram. Those who have drawn the network diagram very similarly to me, just give a thumbs up in the comment box. Just give a thumbs up. This is the network diagram of this particular problem. Okay, now I am going to write the EST LST. Now I am going to write the EST LST. Ashish Pal, no need to say sorry. Be on time from tomorrow onwards. I am going to start the class at 9:15 sharp. So the EST of the first event is 0. We have started the stopwatch. Stopwatch चालू कर दिया अपन लोगों ने. अरुणोपाल घोष, very nice. So EST 0 for the second event. For the second event, the EST will be 15. For the third event पे दो तीर आके लग रहे हैं. 2 arrows are striking the third event. So I have an option of 0 plus 15, 15, or an option of 15 plus 3, 18. So for the EST, we will always consider the higher value. Very good, Ayush Pathak. Very good, Shaheen. Let me proceed. So then 18 plus 8, 26. 26 plus 1, 27. Then for the sixth event, 27 plus 3. Let me see if there is 4 to 6. Yes, there is 4 to 6. Very good. I have left 4 to 6, 14 days. So, for this sixth event, I have 3 options: 27 plus 3, 26 plus 14, 18 plus 12. So the answer will be 26 plus 14, 40. And the last one, 54. Now I will backward calculation. Yes, Shiva Shankar, I have missed 4 to 6. Akash, the question that you are asking right now is really absurd. When I am going to start production, I don't know, Akash. It will depend on the schedule provided to me by the Unacademy team. So, on backtracking, for this event number 6, 54 minus 14, 40. Again, for the event number 5, 40 minus 3, 37. For event number 4, 40 minus 14, 26. Then for event number 3, I have an option of 26 minus 8, that is 18, or an option of 14 minus 12, that is 28. The answer will be 18. Always the lower value when it comes to the latest start time. Let me proceed guys. For the second event, 15. And for the first event, 0. I hope everybody might have drawn the correct network diagram. This is the entire network diagram. This is the entire network diagram with all the EST and LST. Now as you can see, 0, 0, 15, 15, EST, LST are same of event number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 7. So the critical path will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 7. And the critical activities will be 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 6, 6, 7. Guys, are you getting my point or not? Very nice, very nice. Those who have done it right, very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And 54 days is the minimum duration. 54 days is the minimum duration. Minimum duration or critical duration. It is not possible to complete the project in less than 54 days. सबको समझ में आ रहा है क्या? सबको समझ में आ रहा है? Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay. So this question for today's class was just to revise what we have done yesterday. It was a very simple question. Now friends, let me proceed to the next question. Those who were unable to solve this particular problem, those who were not able to draw the network diagram, I am going to freeze this screen for another 15 to 20 seconds. Just take a screenshot or draw it quickly. Take a screenshot, my friends. This is the question. Ankur, this is the question. I had to switch on to the other page in order to solve the problem. This was the question. Take the screenshot of the question. You can draw the network diagram on your own. Okay, let me proceed. Let me proceed. Now, this is a very, very important question. Not because it will come straight away in the GATE examination. This question is important because this particular question will cover each and every. अरे लैपटॉप है सचिन, लैपटॉप में भी स्क्रीनशॉट हो जाता है. चलिए 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 आगे बढ़ता हूं, मैं आगे बढ़ता हूं. I am star marking this question not because it will come straight away in the GATE examination. I am star marking this question because this question is a bit difficult. If for the particular question that has been given here on the screen, in order to draw the network diagram, you require each and every information according to the network diagram process. अगर आप इस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन का नेटवर्क डायग्राम बनाना चाहते हैं तो आपको नेटवर्क डायग्राम के बारे में हर एक चीज पता होनी चाहिए. कहने का मतलब यह है कि यह पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन नेटवर्क डायग्राम का हर एस्पेक्ट कवर कर देता है. ओके, लेट मी प्रोसीड. चलिए, नाउ सी द क्वेश्चन. इट हैज बीन गिवन दैट ड्रॉ द प्रीसीडेंस डायग्राम. दोस्तों, प्रीसीडेंट डायग्राम का मतलब भी होता है नेटवर्क डायग्राम. बिकॉज इन नेटवर्क डायग्राम व्हाट वी डू, वी ड्रॉ द प्रीसीडेंस एक्टिविटीज. आखिरी एक्टिविटी को अगर देखोगे, लास्ट एक्टिविटी को देखोगे, तो उसके पहले की जितनी एक्टिविटीज हैं वो सारी तो उसकी प्रीडिसेसर्स ही है ना, प्रीसीडेंस ही है. सो नेटवर्क डायग्राम इज नथिंग बट द प्रीसीडेंस डायग्राम, माय फ्रेंड्स. Okay, so it has been given here that there are activities B, C, E, F, L, G, H, I, M, N, J, P, Q. These are the activities in a given project. And the predecessor activities are also given. What does it mean predecessor activity? E, F का predecessor B है दोस्तों. इसका मतलब है कि जब तक मैं B एक्टिविटी को ड्रॉ नहीं कर लेता, जब तक एक्टिविटी B नहीं हो जाएगी, तब तक एक्टिविटी E, F को ड्रॉ नहीं कर सकता. सबसे पहला काम, the first thing that we are going to do on the commencement of solving this particular problem is to rank the activities. एक्टिविटीज को रैंकिंग देना पड़ेगा भाई. समझ रहे हो कि नहीं यार? बोलो ना यार. अरे कैसे बोलोगे, कमेंट बॉक्स में लिख पाओगे ना. चलिए, सो आई एम रैंकिंग द एक्टिविटीज. अब देखो, B और C जो एक्टिविटीज हैं, द एक्टिविटीज B एंड C, दे डू नॉट हैव एनी अदर प्रीडिसेसर एक्टिविटी. B और C के पहले कोई एक्टिविटी नहीं है. They do not have any predecessor activity. What does it mean? It means, my friend, that these two are independent. And when these two are independent, that means their ranking is 1. Now, I am done with B and C. Let's move on to E and F. E and F depends on B. B का ranking 1 तो E और F का ranking 2. Let's move on to L. L depends on C. L के पहले C आना चाहिए. C का रैंकिंग 1 तो L का रैंकिंग 2. G के पहले C और F आना चाहिए. This is very important. G के पहले C और F दोनों आना चाहिए. Now C का रैंकिंग 1 है तो G का 2 होना चाहिए, लेकिन F का 2 है तो G का F के बाद यानी कि 3. Now let's move on to H. H depends on E and G. G का रैंकिंग 3, E का रैंकिंग 2, H का रैंकिंग E और G के बाद यानी H का रैंकिंग 4, माय फ्रेंड्स. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू I then. I डिपेंड्स ऑन H एंड L. H का रैंकिंग 4, L का रैंकिंग 2, तो I का रैंकिंग दोनों के बाद यानी कि 5. M डिपेंड्स ऑन L. L का रैंकिंग कितना मेरे दोस्तों? L का रैंकिंग 2, तो M का रैंकिंग 3. आगे बढ़ रहा हूं, आगे बढ़ रहा हूं, आगे बढ़ रहा हूं. नेक्स्ट N. N डिपेंड्स ऑन H एंड L. एच और एल यहाँ पहले ही आ चुका है, एच और एल की वजह से आई की रैंकिंग 5, तो एन की रैंकिंग भी 5, जे भी एच और एल पे डिपेंड कर रहा है, जे की रैंकिंग भी 5। समझ रहे हो ना, समझ रहे हो ना, समझ रहे हो ना? Getting my point or not, friends? Let's move on to P then. P depends on I and J. P should be drawn after I and J. I की रैंकिंग 5, J की रैंकिंग ऑल्सो 5, तो P की रैंकिंग 6। Let's move on to Q, my friends. It depends on M and N. M का रैंकिंग 3, N का रैंकिंग 5, so Q का रैंकिंग after M and N, that is 6. I hope that this ranking part is now pretty much clear to you. Okay, I am going to proceed now. I am going to proceed with the network diagram. रैंकिंग देने का मतलब है कि फर्स्ट रैंक वाले को पहले टारगेट करेंगे, फर्स्ट रैंक वाले को पहले टारगेट करेंगे, फिर सेकंड रैंक, फिर थर्ड रैंक, फिर फोर्थ, फिर फिफ्थ एंड फिर सिक्स्थ। ओके ओके, लेट मी ड्रॉ देन, लेट मी ड्रॉ देन। I am going to put a line here. Why I am putting a line here? Because I know that at this particular space my photograph is there, so I will be drawing the network diagram here. I will try to accommodate the network diagram in this particular space. So let me draw first event. Okay, from the first event I have two activities, activity B, activity C. Then E and F can commence when B is completed. So I will complete B at second point and I will draw E from here, F from here. Okay. Now friends, I am going to stop the network diagram here. Why I am stopping the network diagram here? Because I have to explain certain points to you. Concentrate very hard. Suppose I have one particular event, and there is an activity A that originates from event number 1 and the activity A ends at event number 2. Let's say this activity A requires 10 days to complete. I am going to repeat what I have just said. There is an event 1, there is an event 2, and there is an activity A that commences from 1 and ends at 2. Now let us say that there is one more activity. Let's say B, that requires 8 days to complete, and B also starts from 1 and end at 2. What I am trying to say here is, there are two activities A and B, both start at 1, both end at 2. But the difference here is A require 10 days and B require 8 days. Keep listening very carefully, okay? Now if I will write the EST here, 0, then the EST at this particular point will become 10. Because I have two paths, one require 10 days, one require 8 days. In order to end this particular event or to start another activity from here, both the activities needs to be completed. दोनों को खत्म करना पड़ेगा, तो 10 आ गया. Then I will write 10 here and I will write 0 here. Now see what happens. At this particular moment, I can see that both event 1 and event 2 are critical. I can say both the events are critical. And I can also say that the activities between these two events are also critical. Activity A is critical. 10 दिन चाहिए भाई. But tell me, is activity B critical? क्या activity B critical है क्या? क्या एक्टिविटी बी क्रिटिकल है क्या दोस्तों? जवाब है नहीं, एक्टिविटी बी क्रिटिकल नहीं है. एक्टिविटी बी जो है इट विल स्टार्ट एट 0, इट विल टेक 8 days टू कंप्लीट, but I have 10 days to complete this particular path. So for particular activity B, this is not critical. But the thing is, my friends, that this network diagram do not provide sufficient information for activity B. This network diagram do not provide sufficient information for activity B. So listen to me very carefully. Listen to me very carefully. Listen to me very carefully. अगर आई एम गोइंग टू अटर दिस सेंटेंस इन हिंदी, फील आता है भाई, फील आता है ना? अगर दो या दो से अधिक एक्टिविटीज एक ही इवेंट पे चालू होती है और एक ही इवेंट पे खत्म होती है, अगर दो या दो से अधिक एक्टिविटीज एक ही इवेंट पे चालू होती है, एक ही इवेंट पे खत्म होती है, if two or more than two activities starts from the same event and end at same event, just like at this particular space, like you can see activity A, B, there are two activities, both are starting from 1 and are ending at 2. Let us say I have one more activity C. C is also starting from 1 ending at 2. Let us say C is consuming 9 days. If this type of particular diagram exists, then you cannot draw the diagram in this way. This is the incorrect way to draw the network diagram. Now the correct way. What you will be doing, you will draw event number 1. You will draw activity A having 10 days. You will end activity A at event number 2. Now you know there is another activity B that starts from 1 and should end at 2. But what you will do, you will end the activity B at some another event. Similarly, you will start activity C from here, and end it at some different event. But the thing is, my friend, that these particular activities A, B and C should all end at 2. But we do not have any activity that will join 2, 4 or 3, 2. What we are going to do then? We will straight away join these activities using a dotted line, and we'll write D1 here and D2 here. What is D1 and what is D2? These are called as dummy activity. देखिए दोस्तों, समझिएगा मेरी बात को, ध्यान से सुनिएगा. बात ऐसी है कि तीनों एक्टिविटी ए बी सी को 1 पे चालू होना था, 2 पे खत्म होना था, बट नेटवर्क डायग्राम अगर मैं उस तरीके से बना देता तो पूरा का पूरा झोल हो जाता, पूरा का पूरा गड़बड़ हो जाता. So what I did, I ended activity C and B at some different event, but I had to make sure that these activities will end at event number 2. Then only some other event will start, some other activity will start from event number 2. So in order to show a relationship between this event and this event, these two events have a relationship, my friends, because activity C will only end at 2 and activity B will also end at 2. So these particular event 3 and 2 and 4 and 2 have a relationship. And in order to show that relationship, what I did is I made use of dummy activity. So always remember, dummy activity is used to establish relationship. रिलेशनशिप एस्टैब्लिश करने के लिए हम डमी एक्टिविटी का यूज करते हैं. व्हाट डज द वर्ड डमी मीन्स माय फ्रेंड? डमी सिंपली मीन्स फेक. देयर इज नो एक्टिविटी हियर. यहां पे कोई एक्टिविटी नहीं है. I draw this activity just to establish the relationship between this event and this event. I hope you all are getting my point. I hope you all are getting my point. My friends. Let me move on then. Now remember one thing very important. Dummy activities are used to establish relationship. But dummies should be used only in those places where there is utmost necessity. Dummies should be used in those places where there is utmost necessity. ऐसा नहीं कि कहीं भी घसीट घसीट के डमी लगाने लगे. डमी वहीं लगाना है जहां पे डमी की आवश्यकता है. अभी मैंने आपको प्रेजेंटली क्लास में डमी का एक इस्तेमाल बताया है, वन यूज ऑफ डमी. And what is that use? When two or more than two activities start from one event and end at one event. दो और दो से अधिक एक्टिविटी एक ही इवेंट से स्टार्ट होती है और दूसरे इवेंट पे खत्म होती है. उस केस में रिलेशनशिप दिखाना पड़ेगा, डमी लगाना पड़ेगा. नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन? सी, इफ आई विल राइट EST LST इन दिस केस, व्हाट विल हैपन? 0 9 8 10 10 10 10 0. Now it clearly shows that this activity is not critical. This activity is not critical. Only this activity is critical, my friends. Getting my point or not? Getting my point or not? I hope so. I hope so. Okay. Okay. Let me move on to another screen. I will have to erase this part. I need to tell you something more. There is one more place where you will be using dummy. Suppose there is an event number 1 and I draw an activity A and ended this activity A at event number 2. Now there is one more activity B that end at 3 and there is one more activity C that start from 3. Now suppose at this particular instance, suppose there is an activity D that depends on C and A both. जब तक C और A दोनों खत्म नहीं होते D ड्रॉ नहीं किया जा सकता. Suppose I need to draw this activity D from this particular point. What I need is कि ये 4 नंबर वाले इवेंट पे C भी खत्म हो जाए, A भी खत्म हो जाए. What I need is कि 4 नंबर वाले इवेंट पे C भी खत्म हो जाए, A भी खत्म हो जाए. Now इस 4 नंबर वाले इवेंट पे C तो खत्म हो रहा है दोस्तों, बट A तो ऑलरेडी यहां पे खत्म हो चुका है. बट मेरे को दिखाना पड़ेगा कि A यहां भी खत्म हो रहा है. मतलब ये वाला डब्बा गोला और ये वाले गोले में कुछ ना कुछ रिश्ता है और रिश्ता दिखाना है, रिश्ता एस्टैब्लिश करना है तो क्या लगाना है? अबे डमी. सो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू इज आई एम गोइंग टू पुट अ डमी हियर. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट और नॉट? एंड देन आई विल ड्रॉ एक्टिविटी D. Getting my point or not, yaar? Always remember that dummy will be represented by a dotted line. Dummy will be represented by dotted line. These are some of the rules of network diagram. I didn't tell you these rules in the earlier classes. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? Now we have learned the rules and now we know the rules properly and now we have reason why there is a dummy, why we are doing this, and that is important. Now next, the last thing in terms of network diagram, do not crisscross in network diagram. Do not crisscross lines in network diagram. Suppose I have an event A, activity A, there is 2 and there is 3 here and there is 4 here with an activity B. You cannot have crisscross lines in network diagram. This is not allowed. This is strictly not allowed. Getting my point or not? Okay. So now you know when to use dummy and do not crisscross lines in network diagram. Okay, now I move on to the earlier question. Okay, so here what I have done, I have drawn B and C, I have drawn E and F, with second rank. Let me move on to L with second rank. L depends on C, so when C will end, I will draw L. L has been drawn. Now the second rank activities are over. Let's move on to the third rank activity. The third rank activity is G. G depends on C and F. Very important, my friend. Very important. I am circling this. Very important. Very important. Let's just check this G here. Okay. G depends on C and F. Now F is here. I can end F at a particular event. But my friend, C also needs to be end here. But C has already ended at 3. C तो 3 पे ही end हो चुका है यार. नहीं समझ में आ रहा है क्या? सी तो ऑलरेडी एंड हो चुका है 3 पे, बट अगर सी को 4 पे एंड करना है तो 3 और 4 में क्या दिखाना पड़ेगा मेरे भाई? रिश्ता. सो D1 इज द फर्स्ट रिश्ता. डमी. I am moving ahead. Okay, I have drawn G. Let me draw G from this particular point. I have drawn G. C is also ending here, F is also ending here. Next, H. H depends on E and G. So I can end G at this particular point. Let's say event number 5, I will end G here. And now E is here. What I am going to do? What should I do, man? E is here, G is here. What should I do? My friends, there is no sort of dummy is required here. First of all, no sort of dummy requires, because E has ended from this point. E has started from this point. E चालू हुआ है यहाँ से, खत्म नहीं हुआ है कहीं पे भी. तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? मैं सीधा यहाँ से E पे जोड़ सकता हूँ. E will start at 2, end at 5. सो E और G दोनों एंड किया यहाँ पे. यहाँ से बना लिया बंधु H. Guys, are you getting my point or not? Those people who want the class to be in English, are you facing any problem? Okay. Let me proceed. H is over, but I have made a mistake. Can anybody point out my mistake? I have made a mistake. Can anybody point out my mistake? I have drawn G with third rank, but then I have drawn H with fourth rank. But M is remained. M जो है थर्ड रैंक वाला बच गया यार. इसको बना लेता हूँ जल्दी से, नहीं तो फिर आगे चल के और बड़ी गलती में फंस जाऊंगा. सो M डिपेंड कर रहा है L पे. L को जहां पे खत्म किया, the place where I have ended L, I will draw M from here. I feel like I am going to get stuck. Don't worry. Let me minimize a bit. I don't think that it will be a big issue for any one of you. Okay, so 3 नंबर हो गया. 4 नंबर वाला H भी बना दिया था पहले ही. 5 नंबर पे चलते हैं. On 5th rank I have I, N and J. Okay, I and J depends on HL. All the 3 depends on HL. Now friends, see here. H will end at an event. Let's say number 7. But in order to draw I and J, I will have to make sure that L also end here. But the thing is, my friend, दोस्तों, L तो already यहाँ पे end हो चुका है ना. और अगर एल यहाँ हो चुका है और एल को यहाँ पर भी होना है तो क्या लगाऊं? रिश्ता निभाना पड़ेगा मेरे भाई, रिश्ता निभाना पड़ेगा। क्या लगाना पड़ेगा? डमी लगाना पड़ेगा, D2। बोलो यार। चलिए आगे बढ़ता हूँ, आगे बढ़ता हूँ, आगे बढ़ता हूँ, आगे बढ़ता हूँ। अब मैंने क्या कर दिया, यहाँ पे H और L दोनों को खत्म कर दिया। यहाँ से मैं 3 एक्टिविटी बना सकता हूँ। HL खत्म करने पे INJ, तीनों 5 नंबर वाली एक्टिविटी है। ये बना दिया मेरे भाई I, ये बना दिया मेरे भाई J, ये बना दिया मेरे भाई N। बात नहीं समझे क्या? समझ रहे हो, समझ रहे हो, आई नो समझ रहे हो। चलिए नेक्स्ट, द नेक्स्ट इज 6th रैंक एक्टिविटी P। P depends on I and J. Now my friend, this is very important. I said that this particular question will cover each and every detail of network diagram. Important. P depends on I and J. देखते चलिएगा, देखते चलिएगा। दिक्कत क्या है कि अगर P बनाना है तो I और J दोनों एक पर्टिकुलर इवेंट पे खत्म होने चाहिए। जब तक I और J खत्म नहीं होंगे P नहीं बना सकता। बट दिक्कत वाली बात यह है कि I और J चालू भी एक ही इवेंट से हो रहा है, तो क्या सेम इवेंट पे खत्म हो सकता है क्या? नहीं हो सकता ना यार। 2 या 2 से अधिक एक्टिविटी सेम इवेंट पे चालू, सेम इवेंट पे खत्म नहीं हो सकती। What I am going to do? 8 डमी, ओह सॉरी, 9 डमी नंबर 3 and J. This is the arrangement that we need to do. Next, I and J are completed at this particular event. I can draw P from here. P has been drawn. Now let's move on to the last activity Q. The 6th rank activity depends on M and N. M और N दोनों को खत्म करना पड़ेगा एक ही पॉइंट पे। ये देखो N आ रहा है, यहाँ से M आ रहा है, दोनों को खत्म करता हूँ एक ही पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट। लेट्स से नंबर 10, इवेंट नंबर 10। I will commence activity Q from here. Now P and Q are the last activities. They have already started from different events, but the project will only complete when P and Q will end at a particular event. Let's say this is event number 11, and my friends, in this way I have drawn the complete network diagram. I have drawn all the activities and I have drawn it in a particular way which is correct in every sense. In this particular diagram there are 3 dummy activities, D1, D2 and D3. There are 11 particular events. I hope this network diagram is crystal clear to you. What I am going to do is I am going to switch this page. I am going to hide this page. I want you to draw the network diagram on your own. I think you might have already done the network diagram on your own or might have copied mine. But don't worry. Do it on your own. Try to at least analyze what you have drawn. I'll give you 30 seconds. For 30 seconds, I am just going to wait. Ashish Pal is saying, please repeat, sir. Ashish, tell me what should I repeat? Tell me, Ashish, what should I repeat? He is saying again and again, please repeat. Ashish, have you joined the class just right now? I don't think so. You have been present in the class for a pretty long time. कोई बात नहीं आशीष, जल्दी से देख ले, जल्दी से देख ले। बी और सी एक्टिविटी इंडिपेंडेंट एक्टिविटी थी, सबसे पहले इसको बना लिया। बी और सी के बाद ई और एफ बनाना था, ई और एफ बी पे डिपेंड कर रहा था, ई और एफ को खींच लिया बी को एंड करते ही। उसके बाद एल पे आ गया, एल डिपेंड कर रहा था सी पे, सी को खत्म किया, एल बना दिया। 2 नंबर वाली एक्टिविटी खत्म। 3 नंबर पे आ गया जी पे, जी डिपेंड कर रहा था सी और एफ पे, सी और एफ का मतलब क्या है, यहां से एफ आ रहा था, एफ को एंड किया जी बनाने के लिए, लेकिन सी तो यहीं पे एंड हो गया था, सी का रिश्ता दिखाना पड़ेगा ना यहाँ पे, तो लगा दिया डमी, डमी लगा दिया, सी और एफ दोनों यहाँ एंड हो गया, बना डाला जी। जी के बाद 3 नंबर वाली एक्टिविटी आ गई एम, एम बनाने के लिए क्या किया मेरे भाई, एम डिपेंड कर रहा था एल पे, एल को आगे बढ़ाया 3 से, यहाँ पे खत्म किया एम पे, और यहाँ से निकाल दिया एक्टिविटी नंबर एम। समझ में आ रहा ना मेरे बात, आगे बढ़ रहा हूं, आगे बढ़ रहा हूं, आगे बढ़ रहा हूं भाई, आगे बढ़ रहा हूं। 3 नंबर के बाद 4 नंबर पे, 4 नंबर यानी कि एच, एच बनाने के लिए खत्म करना था ई और जी, यहां से जी खत्म किया, यहां से ई निकाल के यहां पे खत्म कर दिया, दोनों को 5 नंबर पे बना डाला एच, बना डाला एच। 4 नंबर के बाद 5 नंबर की बारी थी, 5 नंबर वाली 3 एक्टिविटी थी आई एन जे, तीनों एच और एल पे डिपेंड कर रही थी। अब यहाँ से निकाला एच, यहाँ पे एच को खत्म कर दिया, बट यहाँ पे एल भी खत्म करना है, बट एल तो यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी खत्म हो चुका है, इसका इसका रिश्ता दिखाना पड़ेगा, तो रिश्ता दिखाने के लिए लगा दिया डमी, डमी लगा के जोड़ दिया, बना दिया आई जे एन, तीनों एक्टिविटी यहाँ से खींच दिया आई जे एन। समझ में आ रहा है ना यार, ये देखो साकेत गौतम लिख रहा है गुड इवनिंग सर, अभी आया है साकेत तू, चल देख भाई, चल देख, आगे बढ़ता हूं। आई जे एन खींच दिया, ठीक है, आई जे एन खींचने के बाद पी पे आ गया, 6 नंबर वाली आई जे पे डिपेंड कर रहा है, आई जे निकला भी यहीं से था, पी बनाना है तो आई जे को खत्म भी करना है एक ही पॉइंट पे, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं कर सकता ना, सेम एक्टिविटी को एक ही इवेंट पे चालू करके एक ही इवेंट पे खत्म नहीं कर सकता, करके आई को अलग खत्म किया, जे को अलग खत्म किया, लेकिन यहां से 8 और 9 के बीच में दिखा दिया रिश्ता, क्या लगाया रिश्ता दिखाने के लिए डमी भाई, और यहां से बना डाला पी। समझ रहे हो ना, आखिरी में था क्यू, क्यू डिपेंड किया था एम और एन पे, एम और एन दोनों को खत्म करना है, यहां से एम आ रहा था, यहां से एन आ रहा था, दोनों को खत्म किया, यहाँ पे इवेंट नंबर 10 पे यहां से बना दिया क्यू, और क्यू दोनों आखिरी एक्टिविटी थी, दोनों को खत्म कर दिया 11वें इवेंट पे, पूरा का पूरा नेटवर्क डायग्राम कंप्लीट। आई थिंक आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड enough. Let me move on to the next part of this module. Let me move. Okay, so friends, so friends, so friends, here is one more question, here is one more question. What I want you to do is, I want you to draw the network diagram, find the minimum duration and find the critical activities. Start ASAP, as soon as possible, start. No need to say thanks Ashish, it is my job. थर्मल इंजीनियरिंग की क्लास कब से चलती है, हिमांशु कुशवाहा इज आस्किंग। हिमांशु चेक द गेट अनअकैडमी गेट मैकेनिकल यूट्यूब चैनल, फॉलो द चैनल, you will get notifications, join the Telegram Unacademy channel, there you will get all the notification required. Please make your own timetable, always remember the timings when the classes are going to start, prepare your own schedule, in that way you will not miss any class. ओके, जिन लोगों ने ड्रॉ कर लिया, those people who have drawn the network diagram, those people who have drawn the network diagram, just provide me with the critical minimum duration and the critical path. Just write the minimum duration in the comment box so that I know that you have drawn the network diagram correct or not. Yes, Ajay Tambe, I am going to take the entire subject of industrial engineering and operations research. I'll complete each and every part according to the new syllabus of GATE 2021. Hello Ankita, hello. क्या कर रहे हो यार? जल्दी बनाओ ना नेटवर्क डायग्राम, फटाफट फटाफट करो यार, 2 पैसे का सवाल है। फटाफट नेटवर्क डायग्राम खींचो, जल्दी बताओ कितना आ रहा है मिनिमम ड्यूरेशन। विशाल, द क्लास टाइमिंग इज 9:15 PM. 9:15 PM every day. The class timing is 9:15 PM. Very good, Ayush Pathak. Very good, Ayush. 16 days is the right answer. Let me draw the network diagram now. Let me draw the network diagram. Let me put a line here. Okay. So 1 से 2. Very nice, Shubham. Very nice. 1 से 2. 1 से 3. 1 से 2. 1 से 3. 1 से 2 there are 2 activities. 1 से 3 duration 8. Now I have 2 to 4. 2 to 4. 2 to 4. 4 days. 3 to 4. 1 day. 3 to 5. 3 to 5. 2 days. Then 4 to 6. 4 to 6. 5 days. Then 5 to 6. 6 days. 1 3 5 6 critical path आ रहा है. Very good Shubham. Very nice Arunopal. हाँ कृष्ण नायडू, क्रैश पीरियड टॉपिक कवर होगा, अभी हुआ नहीं है। आई विल कवर द क्रैश टॉपिक, डोंट वरी एट ऑल। नाउ 0 2 8 2 plus 4 6 8 plus 1 9. I will write 9 here. 10 16 10 11 10 minus 2 8 7 11 minus 4 0. Let me select some other color. So here I can see clearly that 1 3 5 6 are the critical activities, and 1 3 3 5 5 6 critical path. I am going to write here 1 3 5 6 with 16 days. Okay. Okay. Now, I have not given this question to check whether you can draw this diagram or not. We have already done that part. We have already practiced so many questions. I have given you this particular problem in order to explain something. कुछ समझाना था आपको नया, ठीक है? So let me move on to that first. You see, if you will look at this particular problem, We have drawn that 1, 3, 5, 6 is the critical path. And activity 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, 6. Let me mark these activities here. 1, 3, 3, 5 and 5, 6. You see we have 7 activities, but out of these 7 activities, these 3 activities are critical. What does that mean? Whenever I am trying to manage this product, whenever I am trying to manage this project, I will only look up to these 3 activities 1, 3, 3, 5 and 5, 6. I will make sure that 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, 6 gets completed. ये 3 एक्टिविटी सही समय पे चालू होके सही समय पे अगर खत्म हो जाती है, then I in the back of my mind know that यार ये प्रोजेक्ट जो है ना ये सही टाइम पे खत्म हो जाएगा. अगर ये 3 एक्टिविटी को मैं सही समय पे चालू करके सही तरीके से खत्म कर देता हूं, जितना समय इनको रिक्वायर्ड है उतना ही समय लेता हूं, तो ये प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो सही तरीके से सही समय पे खत्म हो जाएगा. But let us check these events. Event 1, 3, 5 and 6. These events are critical events. They have same EST and LST. Same EST and LST. But now check these events. This event and this event. They have different EST and LST. You know what that means? That means that these two events are non-critical. Event number 4, event number 2 are non-critical events. And this tells me that these activities, activity 2.4, activity 2.4 is a non-critical activity. Non-critical activity. Just keep on listening. सुनते चलना. इवेंट नंबर 2 और 4 अगर नॉन क्रिटिकल है तो इससे जुड़ी हुई जो एक्टिविटी है 2 से 4, ये एक्टिविटी भी नॉन क्रिटिकल है. देखो कैसे. अगर मैं यहां पे 2 तारीख को काम चालू करता हूं, इफ आई स्टार्ट वर्क एट 2 सेकेंड डे, और 4 दिन लगते हैं मुझे अगर काम खत्म करने में, तो 2 + 4 6 तारीख को अगला काम चालू हो सकता था. लेकिन अगला काम अगर मैंने 6 तारीख को खत्म करके यहां पे दे भी दिया, तब भी उसका कोई फायदा है क्या? डू आई हैव एनी अदर बेनिफिट इफ आई कंप्लीट द वर्क ऑन द 6th डे? नो माय फ्रेंड्स, बिल्कुल नहीं. बिकॉज अगला इवेंट, अगली एक्टिविटी यहां से 9 तारीख से पहले चालू हो ही नहीं सकती. 2 तारीख को काम करना चालू किया, 4 दिन में करके 6 दिन पे दे सकता हूं. आराम से 9 क्या 11 दिन पे भी जाके दूंगा. लेट से लेट अगर 11 पे भी दूंगा तब भी मेरे प्रोजेक्ट को 11, 5, 16 कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. What I am trying to explain here is the non-critical activity always have some extra time. The non-critical activity always have some extra time. Non-critical activity के पास extra time होता ही होता है. And this extra time is called as float. This extra time is called as float. Any activity which is non-critical will definitely have some extra time to it. Just like in this case, as you can see that this activity 2 to 4 can commence at the 2nd day, and after 4 days of work it will get completed on the 6th day. But even if I complete this activity on the 6th day, there is no benefit to me, because the next successor activity will only start on the earlier of 9th. jaldi se jaldi, the next activity on the earliest can start on 9th. So even if I complete the work on 6th, 7th or 8th, there is no benefit to me. No benefit to me. Now listen to me very very carefully. 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 All the activities that are associated with event number 2 and event number 4. Event number 2 and event number 4 are non-critical events. All the activities that are associated with either 2 or 4, like activity 2 4 and activity 1 2 and activity 3 4, they all have either 2 or 4 in common, or activity 4 6, except 1 3, the ones in blue line, 1 3 3 5 and 5 6. All the other activities are non-critical activities, my friends. As I have already marked the critical activities, these three are critical, and all the other activities have either 2 or 4 in them, and all of them are non-critical. And if they are non-critical, they have extra time, and this extra time is called as what? It is called as float. Float. So float is nothing but the extra time available with an activity. Float is also called as slack, SLACK. I hope you all are getting my point. I hope you all are getting my point. उम्मीद करता हूं आप सबको समझ में आ रहा होगा. Every non-critical activity will have certain extra time to it, and that extra time is called as float or slack. Now, the question arises, why do we need to even bother about these non-critical activities? Why do we? Yes, Arunopal Ghosh, the extra time is called as float. Now the question arises, we are doing critical path analysis. We are applying critical path method, which is a technique of project management. And critical path is very important, because if I know the critical activities, I will bother about those activities only. उन्हीं activities को target करूंगा, project को मैं धैर्य कर खत्म कर दूंगा. Then why I need to bother about these non-critical activities which have extra time? Let me tell you, my friends. Let me tell you. I am going to rub some part of the screen. No, I will not do that. I will just minimize the screen. Okay. Listen to me very carefully. Listen to me very carefully. Why do we calculate float? For better resource allocation. What does it mean? In Hindi, it means, my friend, that I can distribute the resources in a better way. जो मेरे पास सुविधाएं हैं उनको ज्यादा अच्छे तरीके से आवंटन कर सकता हूं, बांट सकता हूं. आई कैन डिस्ट्रीब्यूट और एलोकेट द रिसोर्सेस इन अ बेटर वे. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज हाउ. The question is how. Listen here. Listen with a very nice example. Suppose that you are performing activity 1-3. Suppose you are performing activity 1-3. Now activity 1-3 is a critical activity, is require 8 days to complete. Activity 1-3 is a critical activity, and it requires 8 days to complete. It will commence on 0 and it should end at 8. If for some reason I fail to complete activity 1-3 on 8 days, or I fail to start activity 1-3 on 0 or end at 8, even if I fail in any of the 3 parameters, what will happen? You know, my entire project will get disturbed. If this 8 becomes 9, 10, 11, then this become 9, 10, 11, this become 12, 13, 14, this become 19, 20 or 21, and the project will disturb. प्रोजेक्ट की ऐसी तैसी हो जाएगी भाई, नहीं समझ रहे हो क्या? सुनते चलो. Now, suppose that I am doing this activity, some labor is doing this activity, कोई व्यक्ति कोई आदमी ये काम कर रहा है, some labor is performing this particular activity and that particular labor gets sick, बीमार पड़ गया वो. मैं तुरंत समझ जाऊंगा कि यार ये एक्टिविटी तो क्रिटिकल है, दिस एक्टिविटी इज क्रिटिकल, आई हैव टू डू समथिंग अबाउट दिस. व्हाट आई विल डू, आई नो दैट दिस पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी इज नॉन क्रिटिकल. यहां पर अगर मैंने 2 को काम चालू किया, 4 दिन का काम है, 6 तारीख को भी खत्म हो जाएगा, लेकिन अगर आराम से 11 को भी खत्म करके दूंगा तो किसी को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. नोबडी हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम. So what I will do, I will spot the labor that is working here and I will shift the labor to this particular place, because this activity is critical. This should not get delayed. Even if this activity gets delayed, there is no issue because there is extra time, there is float available to this activity. समझ में आ रहा है? समझ में आ रहा है? अरे आ रहा है तो कमेंट में लिख दो हाँ. प्लीज राइट एवरीबडी इन द कमेंट दैट यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग. Okay, let me explain further. Now, you see the float about which I just talked about is nothing but the extra time. But float is classified in 3 different ways. There are 3 types of float. आशीष पाल को समझ में आ रहा है बट फील नहीं आ रहा है. कोई बात नहीं आशीष, थोड़ा सा इस वीडियो को क्लास के बाद एक बार फिर देखना, फील मिलेगा, प्रॉपर मिलेगा, चिंता मत कर, आगे देख. सो फ्लोट मैं कह रहा हूं कि 3 प्रकार का होता है. 3 प्रकार का होता है भाई, थोड़ा सा अंग्रेजी सुधारना तो पड़ेगा ना. चलो सुनो, फ्लोट 3 प्रकार का होता है. 3 प्रकार का फ्लोट होता है. देयर आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ फ्लोट. वन इज कॉल्ड एज टोटल फ्लोट, one is called as free float, and the third one is independent float. Now what does total float, free float, independent float means? You see, float simply means extra time, that I have explained, extra time. But there is total extra time, free extra time and independent extra time. What does it mean? For that purpose I have drawn some part of this network diagram. What I have done, I have taken this much part of the network diagram, this much part, 1 2 2 4 4 6. I have taken this much part of this network diagram. Okay, 1 2 2 4 4 6. Now here it is very much clear that event number 24, event number 24, event number 2 and event number 4 are non-critical. So all these activity 1 2, activity 2 4, activity 4 6 are non-critical. तीनों के तीनों non-critical है. समझ रहे हो ना? सुनते चलना. Now these three activities are connected also. These three activities are connected also. They are in series. What does it mean? That means that when I will complete 1 2, then only I can start 2 4. When I will complete 2 4, then only I can start 4 6. Suppose that in a house construction project, this is brickwork, and this particular activity is plaster, and this third activity is paint. So this is brickwork, this is plaster, this is paint. They all are connected. Once I complete the brickwork, ईटा जोड़ने का काम कर लूंगा, दीवार खड़ी कर लूंगा, तभी तो उस दीवार पे प्लास्टर हो पाएगा. Then only I can put plaster on the brick wall. और एक बार प्लास्टर हो जाएगा, then only I can put paint. सुनते चलिएगा. Now these three activities are connected. You see friends, I have just checked the clock. It is already 10:30. And what I am going to explain from here onwards, will require time. I was just getting warmed up. अभी मेरा इंजन गर्म हुआ था. But unfortunately, we have certain limitations on this YouTube channel, because of which I cannot take long classes. There are too many limitations to this YouTube channel. Even though there is a comment box, I cannot interact. I don't know whether you are getting my point or not, whether somebody has some doubts. I cannot see anybody's face. I cannot see anybody doubt. Too much limitations here on this YouTube channel. I want to teach more. I was pumped up, getting warmed up. But now I require another half an hour to explain the concept of total float, free float and independent float, but I do not have that much time left. And it will be unfair to you if I explain half concept today and half concept in the next class. सारा का सारा आज ही एक्सप्लेन करने का मन है मेरा, पर कर नहीं सकता, लिमिटेशन है. Saeem, I cannot take the class till 11. Friend, I cannot. Ayush, I cannot take marathon just because I feel like doing so. It all depends on the Unacademy team. Don't worry guys, don't worry. I will commence the class tomorrow from this particular point. If you have any doubt up to this point, please write in the comment box. Thoroughly write it. Even if it takes a big comment, just write your doubt in the comment box. Ashish is already saying good night, sir. Good night, Ashish. दोस्तों, आज की क्लास के बाद कल जो है संडे है, कल आप लोगों की क्लास नहीं है. संडे इज ऑफ. कल आपकी फ्लोट है, कल आपका छुट्टी है, एक्स्ट्रा टाइम है. ओके. आज तक की क्लास में up until this point, how much I have taught, all that I have taught up until this point, जितना पढ़ाया है, make sure you revise each and every part of that. अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ भी शेयर करिए मेरे लेक्चर्स। 3 क्लास हो चुकी है, तीनों कंटेंट यूट्यूब चैनल अनअकैडमी गेट मैकेनिकल पे अवेलेबल है। जस्ट चेक आउट दोज 3 वीडियोस। Ask your friends if they have not attended my class. They can also check those videos and be prepared for the class on Monday. The class on Monday is going to be at 9:15 p.m. 9:15 p.m. Monday next class. There is no class tomorrow. But remember friends, remember, from Monday onwards, I am also going to take special class on the Unacademy app, because I have already explained the concepts of network diagram and critical path, and we will be solving some more beautiful problems on the Unacademy special class. It is completely free. Just download the Unacademy app. Go to the Play Store or the App Store and download the Unacademy app. It is absolutely free. The special classes are also free. The best part about the special classes are that I am going to discuss a lot more questions and we can interact on that particular page. The doubt solving interface is very nice in the app. In YouTube there is limitations. I hope you are getting my point. Also my friends, also remember that YouTube is just a part of this preparation. We are trying to deliver as much as we can on the YouTube, but if you want to prepare in full-fledged manner, if you want to prepare in the best possible manner, just go to the Unacademy app, go to the plus subscription area and take a plus subscription. With the plus subscription, you can take live classes. There are lengthy live classes. Teachers are taking classes up to 3-4 hours. There is no such limitation like this on YouTube. You have crash courses there. And the best part about the Plus app that we have weekly test on the app. We have doubt solving sessions. Every fourth class is a doubt solving class. English and Hindi will not going to be an issue, because English lectures are uploaded separately and Hindi lectures are uploaded separately. On the YouTube there is issues. Getting my point or not? The plus subscription for 12 months, my friends, will cost you 27,225. This is the discounted price after applying my coupon code M10. M10 is my code. Remember this code, Mote Manish Mishra. Just remember it like this. So M10 is my coupon code. If you will use this coupon code, you will get this discounted price. Otherwise, you will have to pay more. For 18 months, it is 34,650. Along with the coupon code. For 24 months, it is 39,600. You are getting 10% discount using the code M10. Remember this. Use this code and connect with me. Just download the Unacademy app and you will know how lucid the platform, the interface is. Good night, Sanjay. Good night. There is schedule, there is everything. You know what is the next class, what is going to be there in the next class, when is the next test. You will know how the things are going to proceed. YouTube is just a medium to interact, to titillate you. आपको उकसाने के लिए है YouTube. I hope you are getting my point. I will upload this entire PDF on the Telegram channel. This is the link of the Telegram channel, Unacademy ME Gate. Join this mechanical Telegram channel. In the description of this video, you will find the link. Just click on the link and you will get joined to the Telegram channel. The entire notes of this lecture and the future practice sheets of the industrial engineering and operations features created by me. It will not have any problems from GATE previous years. Those entire practice sheets have been prepared by me. You will get to have those practice questions to prepare for the GATE examination and the ESE examination. Join this Telegram channel, very important. Up until then, my friends, I will see you at 9:15 p.m. on Monday. Tomorrow is an off, and from Monday onwards there will be special class on the Unacademy app. Download the Unacademy app, use my referral code triple M10. Remember to use this code, you will get discount. Do not pay the entire amount. तब तक के लिए दोस्तों, टाटा, बाय बाय, शुक्रिया, गुड नाइट. Remember to like, share and subscribe and tell your friends to watch the channel. Thank you so much.